When we divide a number by 1, we demonstrate the identity property of division. This property tells us that any number divided by 1 equals the same number. This should be pretty obvious once we think about it. Let's say that we have 5 apples and we want to divide them into one basket. Let's visualize this problem. I have 5 apples and I want to divide them, or place them in this case, into one basket. So 5 divided by 1, how many apples am I going to end up with in my one basket? Well, I would put this apple in and I would have 1 apple. I'd put my next apple in and I'd have 2 apples. This apple would go into my basket and I'd have 3 apples. This apple would go in and I would have 4 apples, and the last apple into my one basket would go in and I would have a total of 5 apples in my one basket. So this is a visual example of the problem 5 divided by 1 equals 5. And that's what we were just talking about with any number divided by 1 is equal to that number. Let's look at another example of a problem in which we are going to divide by 1. So this says if you have 6 blocks and want to make one tower, how many blocks will be in the one tower? So we're dividing by 1. And so we've got our 6 blocks here, and with these 6 blocks we are going to make one tower. So I'm going to move each of my 6 blocks over to this tower, and as I move my block over to the tower, I'm going to cross it off from my group of 6 blocks over here. So far I have 3, and then I need 3 more. So these 3 blocks also coming over to make this one tower. So I've got my 6 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all moved from where they're alone here in the 6 group and here to where they're all together in one tower. And so I can see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks in my tower, which is the answer to my question here of how many blocks will be in the tower. This is a visual representation of the problem 6 divided by 1. So all 6 of these put into one tower. How many blocks will be there? 6. And again, it's another example of what we've been learning today, which is any number divided by 1 equals that same number. A number divided by 1 is always the same number. 2 divided by 1 is 2. 500 divided by 1 is equal to 500. And even 1,000,000 divided by 1 is 1,000,000. The number can be very big or very small. The answer will always be the number itself.